Hi guys, how's it going today? So, yeah, there won't be any flood update either today. I didn't get one yesterday because we were on the highway and it was storming out. It was snowstorming, and that's what it's doing right now too. So winter has returned, but she's pretty wet, and it's just making, things fucking miserable again. So it's colder. It's gonna be cool for a few days, and then I think they're talking 40s again, which is kind of disappointing because we are just getting so damn late in the year for this. This is just getting to be ridiculous. So. And then we got flooding on top of that. I don't even know what it's doing for the river. I don't know how much has come up because I refuse to really go out in this shit. Because I'm just, I'm done with it. So, I mean, we're running out of time. And it's going to be May, and grass hasn't even started growing yet. It's probably not even going to get to start growing until freaking May. So once again, we are being robbed of our spring. And we are going to get short hay again this year, regardless of how much moisture we get, because there's not going to be enough time to grow. So, I don't know, every year it seems to get more freaking dipped. And it's getting to be ridiculous because I'm tired of it. The winters are getting longer and they're getting, more stupider. So, I don't know. I really am thinking about heading south for the winter. One of these years. It's just, it needs to start happening because I'm so tired of it. I can't get nothing done. So, I don't know. But I have nowhere to take my cats, and so I don't know, once they die off, well then I'll have more freedom. So right now I'm kind of just stuck here because of them, because I don't have anybody that can take care of them for me while I'm on vacation. So, but it takes a lot of money to even just go south for a month. It would take a lot of money because you got to rent a place and rent a car, and then you got to have tons of money on the side for food and clothes and whatever else you can think of, right? So it costs money just to even take a freaking vacation for a month. And I really only just want a month out of all of this. It's just like I want 1 month that has decent weather. Of course, other places, you really can't go to Texas because Texas has been known to get freaking freezing cold in the middle of winter, which is kind of abnormal. Yeah, they're going to usually be a little bit cool, but not in the 30s. So I'm really thinking out west. So I'm going to have to go to even get anywhere from warmth. But then I know out in California, they were getting rain all winter. But I'm not going to Mexico. That's out. So, I don't know. It's just somewhere warmer than here. We were doing pretty good there for a while, but then I don't know, whatever the fuck this is. It's yeah. And this is supposed to go on. It started yesterday. You'll see that video today. Us driving through it, and it was when we went to go shopping. Well, they were talking about this obviously, but going there. It was snowing. It was snowing, but it wasn't horrible. But then when we started heading back, then that's when it got really, really bad. And then we had, whiteout conditions at times. I mean, there were times we were doing like 35 mile an hour down that road. And that's a 60 mile an hour zone. So, yeah. But I don't know. It's just getting to be ridiculous. You can't get nothing done. I mean, there's lots of things I want to do, and I can't get them done. I got 2 trees I want to cut up. That's on my priority list to get done before calving season, which I want to get it done before the grass even starts to grow, so that I know where I can cut and can't cut, you know. And then, well, I picked up another can of fuel for the saw, so I have 4 brand new cans, and then I have 1 half a can. So I got plenty of fuel, I think, to last me for a while. I mean, yeah, I'll burn through all that before the summer's even over with, because obviously I trim a lot of trees and branches and whatever. Kind of wouldn't mind maybe getting another saw, but a smaller one, because sometimes when you just want to cut like little tree branches or something, it would be nice to have a lighter saw just for that, instead of having that big monster. The big saw is good for taking down trees, but I don't know. You can get maybe one day I'll get another steel saw, but a much smaller one, just for trimming. And then I picked up another can of white paint, because obviously I got my signs here. These are the ones that were the closest to the river. Thank God I pulled them out when I did, because they were gonna go. They're probably underwater by now, the posts. But that one over there always needs to be repainted every year. The paint doesn't stick to that one very well. I think it's a different style of wood. It is compared to the rest of these. So the paint, I don't know how good it shows up on camera, but it's just flaking off. It's not like it's actually curing to whatever that is, you know. So I talked to the lady at the hardware. She said to maybe try this style of paint, but I only got 1 can, so because that's all they had. But she said to try this kind. This is it's like a 2-in-1. It's a paint and a primer. This is just a flat white. I don't need paint with a shine. Not for this, I don't. So it's a little bit cheaper that way. But this is a little bit more expensive. But apparently, how they got this paint laid out, or how it's made, it's almost like having 2 cans in one. You see that little symbol there? It's got 1 can equals 2. That little right there. I don't know. So that usually, I guess that means when you spray it on, it's going to go on a little bit thicker, which means you have to put on like a thinner layer at a time, so the paint cures correctly. But I don't know. I'm going to try that. 1 can's not going to be enough. I already know that. But what I'm hoping, if I can't, I'm going to try to get another one of these on payday, because she was out and they were still stocking shelves. They're completely rearranging everything again. Like I said, they're no longer calling it Hardware Hank. It's Ace now. So, of course, they got to rearrange everything. Why they just can't leave it the way it is, I don't know. But that's up to... Since they're sucking Ace's dick now, you got to follow their rules. So, but I got to get some more of that too. Let's see here. I need to get... This is empty. This is some gloss black. I need to get some more of that. But this is my last... Oh, this is still full. Okay, so then I have this one here. Oh, well, this is a 2-in-1 as well. It's just a different brand. I guess I wasn't really paying attention. This is a paint and a primer. I'm not going to paint all of them, just that one. Then I got to get some more International Harvester Red, because that's my last can, and I think that's actually empty. Yeah, but I hang on to it so I know what it is. My John Deere Yellow. And then I hang on to these empty cans so that I know what is what. So I need some gloss black. I need to get a couple more cans of that. I guess I do have 1 full can here yet of matte white. So I'm still going to get more anyway. This is a different brand though. But it's a 2-in-1. And that's also a 2-in-1. That's a matte white. This is a flat white. I think they're pretty much the same thing. It just means that there's no shine in them, which I don't want shine in these. So that's actually a good thing. I'm still gonna get a couple more. I just like to be. I need to order some more International Harvester Red too. I'm also going to pick up a couple more John Deere yellows next time I go to John Deere. So apparently you can order John Deere green too. I didn't think you could, because I thought that John Deere green was like a special paint job. Like, it's just not something that you can spray all willy-nilly. I thought it was like baked on or whatever, and it was like a one-time thing, you know. If you scratch the fuck out of your hood, well, then you got to get a new hood. That's the only way you can fix it. But apparently you can actually order. There's two different kinds of John Deere green, and you have to make sure you get the right one, because there's the classic green, and then there's the normal green. The classic green was for tractors later than, I think, 1989. So anything under that would take the classic green, and then everything above that, even to now, takes the regular green. So I guess there's actually two different types of green, but my hood on my John Deere actually could use some touching up. I got some scrapes and shit in it. I just can't get rid of it because it's dug so deep into the paint that the only way you can fix that is you'd have to spray with new paint. But I maybe I'll have to do that too. I would only need one can, but I'm probably gonna want like 20 cans. But that fucking shit's not cheap, that John Deere paint. But it's factory color, so. But yeah, I don't know. It's just the other signs are doing all right, but that one there, I'm having a hell of a time getting the paint to stick to it. But I think it's because it's a different style of wood, and it's not sticking. And I'm not putting it on real thick. I'm putting it on a thin layer at a time, so it should cure. But I don't know. So, but I don't know. I don't know what else I could do to it. But you got to remember though too, I'm only, with this stuff anyway, I'm really just putting on the paint. I'm not putting on any type of primer. So maybe that's part of the problem with that. Maybe it needs primer too. I don't know. But all my other signs don't have a problem. So it's just that one. So I always had a problem with primer. It's just going to be my second year now of having to actually repaint that again, which is kind of annoying, but I don't know. It's just whatever that type of wood is, it doesn't like paint, so whatever. Whatever. I got plenty of wood that I can make new ones out of, I guess. So, and plus that one's busted anyway because I smoked it with the tractor last couple years ago. So, but yeah. So So I got more paint, and I need to get way more paint, but I need. Oh yeah, and then I got some more gas for the saw. That should be good to go now for, I don't want to say for the rest of the year, but at least for a couple of months anyway, it'll last, depending on how many trees I take out this year. I know I got 2 already that need to be taken out. Never got to them last year because it just wasn't on the priority list. So, and we were, it was they fell before calving season. So yeah, they were kind of in the way for calving season, but we weren't letting them in there anyway at the time. But whatever, doesn't matter. They gotta get the hell out of there so they're not in the way. But yeah, and then the snow is supposed to last for quite a while, and then they're fucking talking right now. We could see anywhere from 3 to 5 inches the first round, and then there's supposed to be a second round that comes over, and then we're supposed to see anywhere from 1 to 3 inches on top of that. In some places are saying 6+ inches, which I guess that would come up, if you did the math, it would come out to that, but I ain't fucking blowing it. I went and got gas yesterday too, and the guy at the gas station there, he's like, well, there's no sense of even trying because it's just going to, for how late it is in the year, this snow is just going to be like mud, and the blower's going to be working harder to try to move it, then it's even worth trying. If you try to blow it, it ain't going to really come out. It'll just sit there. So, I don't know. So, but I'm not snow blowing it. This is getting to be ridiculous. I want to get that fucking blower in the shop and get painting on it, but I can't. I got projects I need to start doing, and I can't fucking do it because the weather's being a dink. So, I don't know. I don't know anymore. I'm kind of just giving up on spring because spring should have been here. This time last year too, we were flooding. We had a really bad flood, and it stayed cold way longer than it should have too. But I don't know. Every year it's going to be different, but this year, yeah, it's going to be late, just like last year. If not, probably a little bit later, because now I think that the flood started 2 weeks later than normal, than what it did last year, and that has to come up however much it's going to come up. The guy at the gas station thinks it's not going to be that bad, but I don't know. They got us in for flood warnings, but it's not nothing new to flood, because we always kind of do flood a little bit. But there's been years that the flood wouldn't even get past the tree line at our place, and that's usually just because of lack of snow. We didn't have much snow that year or that winter or whatever. So, but this year, I don't know, we had quite a bit of snow, but it wasn't. It was getting close to what was last year, what we had for last year, but I still think we were a little bit short. But I don't know. It's just it's just getting old. So I don't know. Like I said, I just want to go south or something, west, whatever, just to get a month off from winter. I see why old people, and especially people that retire, they travel south for the winter, and then when spring comes, then they come back up here. So, but I don't know. So, even just getting a month off from this fucking shit would be nice, even though a month would go by super fast. But I think it would just, I don't know. I guess it would just give me a freaking break, especially when you have such long winters, And this is our second longest winter we've had now in a row. I guess we're going to try to make some kind of a record now, I guess. See how many long, cold winters we can have in a row. I don't know, we were doing good there for a little bit, though. We had a couple days in the 50s, but other than that, it started going back down again. And to the point that it is now snowing. So, it's freaking annoying. It's what it is. I'm tired of it. So, I want to get the blower off. I want to get it in the shop. Get it painted back up. And then I forgot too, I got to paint the mower deck too on the mower, or on the John Deere. I don't think I'm going to have enough paint for that, but there's at least one area. Well, the blower won't take too much paint, but I don't know. But the mower deck could use some touching up, especially on the side that it rubs on. When you go like around trees and stuff, you use that left side. Well, obviously all the paint's all wore off of that from years of banging it into stuff. So I would like to sand that and throw some paint on it to make it look decent. And then on the very top of the mower deck, it's rusting and the paint's peeling off. It's not really so much the weather's fault for that one it's my cats. Because obviously for a lot of the years we didn't use the tractor as a blower. We just mowed with it and that was it. So the deck would always stay on when I was done with it for the year. I had no reason to take it off besides maintenance. But that was done in spring. So even though I had cleaned it, tried to get all the trash and stuff off it for the year, my cats like to use it as a bathroom. They would piss on it. And well, you know what piss does to fucking paint and metal, it just eats it all away. So that's kind of something I would like to do. Now the deck would be on. Well, I guess if we get like a drought day or a month where we don't get any rain and our grass fucks off and says, nope, I'm done, I'd probably just take the mower deck back off and then just, sand blast, or not sand blast, but sand the paper, the paint where it's all coming off anyway, get rid of the rust, and then just coat it with new paint. And then because that's just going to keep rusting, but right now it's not an option to fix it because, hello, winter's still here. But I want to get the blower in the shop too. I want to start painting that too. I'm sure people are going to be like, well, that's kind of a waste of money, painting your snowblower all the time. Well, you kind of need to do that, because if you don't, well, then it starts to fucking rust, and then your blower rots out, and then you have to replace it sooner than you need to. So painting it is the cheapest route to go to extend the life of the blower. So, and I would like to get many, many, many years out of that blower before I have to replace it. So, but well, it's been a good blower though. I've been pretty happy with it. So I want to take good care of it, and that's $5,000 that I spent on a blower. So you're damn right I'm going to paint it at least for a few years. But yeah. So I don't know, but kind of just is what it is. So yeah, other than that, I don't know. I don't know when spring is going to get here, because it's not looking like it's going to come anytime soon for us anyway. And if you watch anybody that watches Northern Farmer or whatever his channel name is, I think he's up there in Canada too, but I think he's way the fuck up there. And a lot of their snow has already melted. It's even melted to the point where they're already getting like forest fires and shit. It's like, man, we're so damn wet over here. You could throw gasoline on the grass and light the gasoline on fire. That's all you're gonna light up is the gasoline. You ain't gonna catch the grass on fire because it's too wet here, and it's still snowing. If it ain't snowing, then it's raining, and then so. And then if it ain't doing any of that, well, then it's too cool. Shut up, you stupid train. So I don't know. It's just yeah, I don't know. We can't even begin to dry out. It's just ridiculous. So I don't know. I don't know what else to tell you guys. It's just getting to be tiring to wake up every morning and looking at white shit on the ground. It's just like there's no green grass. Yeah, we were looking at brown grass for at least a few days. So, that was nice. Yeah, looking at brown grass is nice. Well, it's telling me that, hey, we're that much closer to spring. We're going to get some green grass. So, and that means I won't have to put on these fucking overalls anymore because we'll start getting nicer weather. Well, you can tell. So, I'm still putting the damn bastards on. I'm still putting on the winter hat every fucking day. So, it's just getting to be ridiculous. You can't even just walk out and just do what you gotta do and, But I guess sitting here complaining about it ain't gonna make it any better, but it's just, I guess I'm just kind of showing what's going on in my part of the world. I don't know about the rest of you guys, but over here it fucking sucks. It sucks. And then you look down south and People down south, they're all getting frickin' tornadoes and heavy rain and hail. Here we're getting white shit. So, I don't know. And then I was thinking of hooking I want to get the 1586 going because I haven't even started that fucking thing yet for the year, and I want to get hooked up to the scraper. You know, that I use to scrape all the cow poo out in the pasture. Well, the pasture's going to be sopping wet. There's one area that holds water, or two areas that hold water, but I could just go around them. I never scraped any cow poo last year, so that thing sat quite a while. It's actually starting to sink back into the ground again. So I don't know. That thing's getting all fucking wore out too, so I got to come up with something else. I'm thinking just using some stinking pallets. Usually, I mean, we got a couple pallets now, but I don't know how good they are. But I'm using one that smooths my trail out, and that's going to be hooked up to the Farmall as well. I'm going to take Big Red off of that, because the Farmall will pull that like it's nothing. And then, yeah, so I don't know, either that or see if anybody around here is going to give away pallets for free or something, because I'd probably run out there with the pickup and go get a couple. I know there's some sitting here in town, but I don't know if they'd be okay with me going over there and taking a couple out of the pile. So, because I don't know if they're going to use them for something or if they plan on scrapping them or what. But I know there's a pile sitting here. Right there's a big mountain pile of them, and then they got more on the other side. And those look like some pretty damn big pallets. So if I could get maybe at least 2 or 3 of them, put them together, make it at least 10 feet wide, then that would work out. But like I said, I don't know if they plan on using them for anything or if they're just gonna scrap them or what. I don't really know. So, but I guess if I could run into somebody, I guess that would know. I guess they could tell me. Because if they'd be okay with me taking 2 or 3 of them, I'd fucking do it. Figure out how to put them together, and then hook a couple chains to them, and then just pull it behind the fucking tractor, and that would smooth out cow pies just fine. So, put some weight on it. Got plenty of tires. You put some weight on it, strap them down. You can get plenty of tie-down straps. Dollar General's loaded with them. So, and that would be a million times cheaper than going out and buying a $10,000-$30,000 harrow. So, get a couple of pallets. If you get 2 or 3 pallets for free, make it 10 feet wide. You know, I think you'd probably need 2 or 3 of them to make it 10 feet wide. And then some straps, which are probably like $2-3 at the Dollar General. And then somehow get them put together. Might need some screws, some type of mounting hardware. I don't really know yet. And there you go. So, I mean, it would cost a few bucks, but you know, it's a few bucks. It's a few bucks. You know, it's better than spending 10 grand or whatever on a freaking harrow. So, and then I could just leave it out there all year round. Ain't gonna hurt it. So, because I don't know how much longer that little thing's gonna last. That's out there now. That thing's pretty small. It's literally no wider than the tractor. So, I probably could put the little A on that too, because the A would have no problem pulling that. And I probably would if it was nice out. I mean, if we're going to get piss weather like this, well, then obviously I'm not going to do anything. But there's days where it's like really windy and, you know, and I just don't want to deal with the wind. So it's nice to just have a cab and you just, you know, just open a window, let some wind in to keep it somewhat cool in there. And then there you go. Holy fuck, what is going on here? Huh, lots of vehicles leaving. So, you're getting out of school already? I don't think it's 3 o'clock, is it? I guess I'll find out when I end this video, but yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of just is what it is, you know. So, but yeah, I won't be able to do anything until the weather fucking straightens up. But even just being in the 40s is not acceptable either. It needs to be well into the 50s and 60s now, and we'd have to go from this, which would be your 40s and 30s, to going like this to your 60s and 70s. There's no slowly going up. It has to just go up straight and be done with it. You know, it has to be a severe jump up in temperature overnight just for that, you know. Because we're running out of fucking time. There's not, for crying out loud. May's right around the corner, and we're still dealing with this crap. And then we got flooding. Well, if the flood stays for a whole month, and there goes most of fucking May, and then we're gonna have even fucking shorter hay. So, I don't know. If it comes down to it, you know, if we can't get any hay this year, we're done. There ain't going to be no recovering from that, because the hay's too expensive, and feeding cattle it's very expensive. So, but then within the following year it'll be a decent year. You know, that's how it is. We always get bitch slapped with one problem after another. So, you know, what are you gonna do? So, but yeah, anyways, guys, I'm going to take off. I just wanted to give you guys an update. So, yeah. That's what's going on here. So, but yeah, anyways, guys, I guess I'm going to take off. So I guess I have a good day and stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Take her easy.